Hello again. In the last video, when I had a little bit more hair, we looked at the words vegetable, comfortable, available, possible, horrible, and terrible. And these are all beginners' words, levels A1 and A2, that end with the sound ible. And remember, we can spell this sound A-B-L-E or I-B-L-E, but the pronunciation is always the same, ible. And in this video we're going to look at many more words with this ending, ible. And don't forget to download the PDF and MP3 with all these words to help you practice. If you're a beginner, I suggest you skip this video and you skip the next video with sentences and rejoin the course after that. But everyone else, let's now look at all the intermediate words, levels B1 and B2, ending with ible. And I have lots of words for you. Are you ready? So first, let's look at all the 3-syllable words. And remember, this little symbol here shows that we stress this syllable. So all these words have the stress on the first syllable. Ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. So repeat after me. Fashionable, miserable, reasonable, sensible, sociable, suitable, valuable, capable, breakable, favourable, flexible, memorable, preferable, probable, syllable, visible. The word syllable is a noun. All the other words are adjectives. In fact, most of these words that end with ible are adjectives, unless I tell you otherwise. So now let's look at 4-syllable words. And notice that these words have the stress now on the second syllable. Ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. Let's go through them once, and then I'd like to show you something. So repeat after me. Acceptable, accessible, considerable, enjoyable, reliable, incredible, impossible, desirable, invisible, remarkable, respectable, responsible, predictable. And notice the first 2 words begin with schwa. Do you remember the stupid caveman? Relax the lips, relax the mouth. Acceptable, accessible. Again, slowly. Acceptable, accessible. Not acceptable, accessible. No. Acceptable, accessible. And the third word also has a schwa in the first syllable. Considerable. Considerable. Not con, it's not ko-o-o, it's kun. Considerable. But we still stress the second syllable. Considerable. Considerable. Da-ba-ba-ba. Considerable. And another thing I'd like to show you is all the other words in this list have the sound I. Enjoyable, reliable, incredible. Yeah? Enjoyable. Even though the spelling is sometimes I, sometimes E. In these words we say I. Yeah? We don't say E. It's not E, it's I. Yeah? It's not E like cheese. It's I. So let's read these all again and repeat after me. Acceptable. Accessible. Considerable. Enjoyable. Reliable. Incredible. Impossible. Desirable. Invisible. Remarkable. Respectable. Responsible. Predictable. And here are some more four-syllable words with the same rhythm. Ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. But these all begin with un. Unreasonable. Unbearable. Unfashionable. Unsuitable. Uncountable. Uncomfortable. And remember the sound, is similar to schwa, but the mouth is more open. So with schwa, stupid caveman, we relax the lips, but with this sound, the mouth is a little bit more open. So keep the lips relaxed, but open the mouth. The surprised caveman, So repeat after me. Unreasonable. Unbearable. Unfashionable. Unsuitable. Uncountable. Uncomfortable. And there is one more four-syllable word that has a different rhythm pattern. So here it is. You say it first. Let's hear you. So did you say profitable? Profitable? Ba-ba-ba-ba? With the stress on the first syllable? Try again. Profitable. Profitable. And it comes from the word profit, which is a verb and a noun. And interestingly, the pronunciation of the word profit is exactly the same as for the word prophet, as in the prophet Jeremiah or the prophet Isaiah from the Judeo-Christian tradition, or of course the prophet Muhammad from the Islamic tradition. Different words, different spelling, same pronunciation. Prophet, profit. Profitable. And now on to 5-syllable words. So these are interesting because they each have 2 stresses. A primary stress, the main stress, which we show with this symbol, and a secondary stress shown by this symbol. And we have the 2 stresses because the words are longer. Listen. Irresponsible. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Unacceptable. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Unreliable. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Unavailable. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. So we have a little stress on the first syllable and the main stress on the third syllable. Let's try them all. Repeat after me. Irresponsible. Unacceptable. Unreliable. Unavailable. Unbelievable. Unpredictable. Understandable. Unforgettable. And Nat King Cole says that word like this. Unforgettable. And these words all begin with un. The surprised caveman. And a few of the words also have I. Yeah? Irresponsible. Unreliable. Unbelievable. Unpredictable. Let's try them all again. Repeat after me. Irresponsible. Unacceptable. Unreliable. Unavailable. You're unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unpredictable. Understandable. Unforgettable. Unforgettable. So these are all the intermediate words with the ending ible. And don't forget to download the PDF and MP3. And if you're an intermediate student, you could just skip the rest of this video and jump to the next video with sentences. Or if you like a challenge, keep watching. So now let's look at all the advanced words, levels C1 and C2, with this ending, ible. So firstly, 3-syllable words, and these have the standard pattern ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. So repeat after me. Changeable. Edible. Feasible. Tangible. Notable. Plausible. Portable. Payable. Liable. Viable. And these last 3 are interesting. They have a diphthong, which is 2 vowels in 1 syllable, followed by a schwa, yeah? Slowly. Pay-able. Liable. Viable. And here are some more. Comparable. pleasurable. And sometimes people say these two words with 4 syllables, comparable and pleasurable, but the more standard and common form is just 3 syllables. Comparable, pleasurable. Variable, and this is both an adjective and a noun. And finally, vulnerable. And for this word, vulnerable, many English people simply say vulnerable without the L, yeah? Vulnerable. So if you can't say vulnerable, just simply say vulnerable. When English people speak quickly, we sometimes simplify words. So, there are some tricksters in this list, so why don't we read them all again? Comparable, pleasurable, variable, vulnerable, or vulnerable. And now on to 4-syllable words. And all of these have the stress on the second syllable. Ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. So repeat after me. Affordable. Accountable. Attainable. Accessible. Sustainable. Compatible. And did you notice that they all begin with or contain schwa, in the first syllable? So stupid caveman, relax the lips, relax the mouth, And this word, compatible, has com at the beginning, not com. Not with a round mouth, no. Com, schwa, relax the lips, relax the mouth, com, compatible. So let's read all those again. Repeat after me. Affordable. Accountable. Attainable. Accessible. Sustainable. Compatible. And there are more. Hospitable. Formidable. Inedible. Invaluable. Incapable. Disposable. Inseparable. Intolerable. Reversible. Incurable. Innumerable. Renewable. And did you notice again that all these words contain the sound I? I. Remember, don't say E. It's not E. It's I. So it's not E like cheese. It's I. Even the words reversible and renewable. Yeah? It's I. Not reversible and not renewable. It's reversible, renewable. Again. Reversible, renewable. And another thing to notice with these last three words, incurable, innumerable, renewable, is the sound y, y, y. Yeah? I'll read them slowly and repeat after me. Incurable, innumerable, renewable. And at normal speed again, incurable, innumerable, renewable. And now two more words with 4 syllables. And these begin with un. So remember the surprised caveman, Repeat after me. Unthinkable, unfavourable. And also remember, unthinkable, we pronounce think with a th sound. So we gently put the tongue between the teeth. Think, unthinkable. More on this sound in another video. And there are some 4-syllable words, some advanced 4-syllable words that have a different rhythm pattern, a different stress. So let's look at those. And the stress for these is ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. Eligible, noticeable, knowledgeable, negligible, irritable, reputable, questionable. Don't worry, we can repeat them more slowly. Just notice again that in these words we say I, yeah? So slowly. Eligible, noticeable, knowledgeable, yeah? Knowledge, knowledgeable, negligible, irritable. And we also have reputable, questionable. Shall we repeat them all again, but at normal speed? Repeat after me. Eligible, noticeable, knowledgeable, negligible, irritable, reputable, questionable. And now for some 5-syllable words. Are you ready? And again, because they're 5 syllables and they are long words, we have 2 stresses, a primary stress and a secondary stress. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, yeah? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And we'll start with words that begin with un. The surprised caveman. But before we start, notice that they all have a schwa in the second syllable. Yeah, schwa, stupid caveman, So slowly first, repeat after me. Unaffordable, unavoidable, unattainable, unsustainable. And notice that these words here have I in the second syllable. And remember, it's I, not E, it's not cheese. Yeah? Repeat slowly after me. Undeniable, undesirable, unimaginable. So now let's read them all at normal speed and remember to give the most stress to the third syllable. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. unaffordable, unavoidable, unattainable, unsustainable, undeniable, undesirable, unimaginable. And finally, we're near the end with these words. Some more words that follow the same pattern with a primary stress and a secondary stress. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And notice that all of these contain the I sound. I, not E. I. So slowly first, repeat after me. Inconceivable. And notice the schwa in kun, not con. Yeah? Inconceivable. Indispensable. Indisputable. Inexplicable. And with this word, sometimes people say inexplicable. Irresistible. Irreversible. Justifiable. And now let's do them at normal speed. Repeat after me. Inconceivable. Remember that schwa, not con, kun. Inconceivable. Indispensable. Indisputable. Inexplicable. And sometimes people say inexplicable. Irresistible. Irreversible. Justifiable. And lastly, a 5-syllable word with a different rhythm pattern. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Inevitable. 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 Whew, so well done. We've now looked at the most important beginner, intermediate and advanced words that end in ible. And that's taken us a while, hasn't it? I hope it's been useful. Don't forget to download the PDF and the MP3 that contain all those words. And in the next video, we'll practice sentences with some of those words. See you then.